What's up, love? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Maya if this is your very first time here. So today, guys, we are doing 3 looks, 1 palette. Technically, it's not 1 palette. It's more like it's more like 3 palettes. They're all in the same collection. We are going to be doing a look per palette for each of the mini Brown Obsessions palette that just got released from Huda Beauty. Before we hop into it, please make sure that you hit subscribe below if you have not yet, so that you are updated when new videos come out. Also, make sure that you hit that notification bell as well, so that you are updated when new videos go up. All right, loves, let's do it. Okay, y'all, so we are starting with the face today. If you want to go ahead and skip straight to the eye tutorials, I will go ahead and put this in chapters so that you can skip right to the first look. I'm gonna do a quick little face and not really focusing on it. Again, it is very early in the morning. My face is a little puffy and I'm in asleep, so I'm whispering a little bit, but it's fine. I got my microphone literally right here. So I'm trying to make sure I talk into it so you guys can hear me. For the sake of the video, I am gonna be using the Huda Beauty Water Jelly Primer. I'm gonna use Huda Beauty primer and foundation today. And also, disclaimer, y'all, excuse my 2 ratchet nails. I had to take them off yesterday. I was organizing and cleaning in my house. They started, like, they were lifting at the root, girl. So I had a few mishaps where I was screaming. So I had to take them off. And the reason they got that way was from doing my faja nice and tight. So I figured that was gonna happen when I got nails, but you know, we'll figure it out. We gotta be cute though. We gotta be cute. I am gonna be using the new Faux Filter Luminous Matte Foundation. I usually will mix peanut butter and mocha. Peanut butter is number 455R and mocha is 500G. So for me, it is a really good complexion mixture, and I do love these 2 shades together. But if I had to choose, I would say Mocha 500 would be better for me, just because I feel like it's more my undertone than the peanut butter, because peanut butter does have a very red undertone. And I have my complexion sponge here from Colourpop, and I'm gonna use that to just push this into the skin and make it nice and, you know, flat. So y'all, when I got these palettes, I was so freaking excited. I got them a couple days ago. Cause I actually was gonna film this video yesterday, but I ended up not doing that because your girl was in a mood. You know, sometimes we just get in the mood. And yesterday that was me. So I was really excited to dip into these because I know how much we love our neutral looks, but I'm not gonna make them all like neutral. And I'm using my Fenty Beauty concealer. I actually was gonna use the new Shape Tape Creamy Concealer, but the color they gave me is a little light. So I'm actually going to use that to, you know, do my little extra layer of highlight. But when I say I'm not gonna do neutral today, y'all, what I mean is obviously most of the colors in these palettes are neutral, but I really want to really play it up and don't necessarily do just like an everyday look with everyone. I want to actually, like, you know, get my little creative, dip back into my my roots, girl. And try to get a little creative with at least one of the looks. But regardless, y'all know I like to keep it wearable, so we're gonna try to do that today. So yeah, I do have the Ultra Creamy Shape Tape Concealer, and this is new. The shade that I have is 47H Tan Deep Honey, but as you can see, she's like my highlight shade, like the highlighter to my highlighter shade. So I didn't want to use this completely, but I did want to layer her where I like to really brighten it up, which y'all know usually it's down my nose and underneath my eyes. So we'll go ahead and give it a moment to be patient, Maya. But I told myself that I was gonna be done with this face portion by the time Amira gets up from school. It's 7:42, she gets up at 8:15, so I think I'm making good time. So let me go ahead and start to blend this out. Whoa, that sponge is way too wet. When y'all sponge is way too wet, this is what happens. You see the product breaking up? So I'm gonna go back in with my foundation right there. Go back and pat that. Give that a second to dry down. And then I'm going to reapply this, let it sit, and get a sponge that's not that wet. Or I can just make sure this is less wet. So but I'm happy I tried it right there first, and up here, girl, that would have been a disaster. A disaster. Let me see if it's less wet now. Okay, no, it's still pretty wet. Let me get another sponge. So I'll let that sit down longer than I think I ever have. Fun fact, y'all. I have never tried the Huda Beauty powders. I heard that they are amazing, but I have actually never given them a try. I have always really wanted to try those, and I need to do that as soon as possible. My bad, y'all, my memory card was full, but I'm just using my medium deep powder from Laura Mercier, girl, to just go ahead and mattify the face. We're going to add a slight bronzer, and this one is from Alamar. The middle one in this trio, which is Cinnamon Sugar. I just want to finish the face off as much as possible so that we can just literally just run through 3 different eye looks and don't have to touch the face anymore. Maybe give or take adding a lip to it. But that's about it, just to complete the look so we can get a full look out of it. I'm using this Beauty Bakery Brownie Bar palette, and I could have used a bronzer in here, honestly, but I'm using this to go in with some highlighter on the nose, which is a beautiful gold shade, y'all. This is so freaking cute. I love this shade for my complexion. I love it. Y'all know I'm a sucker for a nice gold highlight, sis. And I'm gonna keep this to the side because more than likely I'm gonna have to reapply it as we switch the looks, but girl, we are ready to hop in. Did y'all see that? We are ready to hop into our first look. So I'm gonna use the lighter concealer, the Tarte Ultra Creamy Concealer, to prime the eyes. I'm only gonna show you guys the priming the first time, and then from there we're just gonna focus on the eyes and skip this part. So I'm just taking this brush and starting to just pat this in, blend it out. And this brush is a BH number 5 brush. We have 3 different palettes. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the palettes real quick. This first one is their Toffee Brown Obsessions. This next one is their Chocolate Brown Obsessions. And this next one is their Caramel Brown Obsessions. So I think I want to start off with the Caramel Brown Obsessions. I'm gonna swatch them real quick for you guys so that you can see what we working with. Gorgeous color. This shade reminds me of the highlight we have on today, girl. But these are beautiful. These palettes are so pretty, I almost didn't want to touch them. Now they're all swatched and pressed into. So I'm happy we let it dry down, the concealer dry down a little bit, because first shade we're going into is, let's go into this one in the bottom. This is a nice matte, deeper shade, just to kind of, you know, start off the look and give us a nice, you know, little foundation. So I'm stamping this shade here and kind of buffing it out in circular motions, kind of just leaving it there instead of like pulling it outwards. I feel like for fall, this would be a bomb just all over the lid color, girl. That would be super cute, but it ain't fall, so we're not gonna do that, but that will be bomb. I'm gonna take another blending brush and hover around that with this color. It's more of an orange shade, like a terracotta, but I'm kind of just using this to blend out the deeper shade. So kind of creating a little bit of an ombre from the darker shade up. Y'all see what we did there? You see it here, and it's not here. That's what we did. So you definitely want to make sure you tap this shade off as well before you continue to work with it, just so that you don't get too much pigmentation there as we're trying to use this just to blend it outwards. So I'm thinking in the lid for this, I really want to go into one of these shimmers, y'all, and I kind of want to ombre the shimmer. So I know I want to use this one. I'm gonna use my finger and I'm gonna put this on the outer part. Girl, what? That is freaking cute. I know y'all see. I know y'all see. Oh. Gagging, y'all. I'm a freaking gagging. This is beautiful. See, this is right here. This right here is why I wanted to do a look with all of these palettes. I already know there's some more shades in these palettes, just like this one, that just give you the pigment, sis. Girl, child. This is so cute. So obviously with my finger, I'm placing it on there, and then I'm gonna take a blending brush, like a little bit of a smaller one, something like this, and use it around that shade to kind of make sure everything is nice and seamless around it, to help with blendability. Even on this side where nothing is there, just to start to create, I see the sharp line here versus this little blend, is just gonna help us. Okay, y'all, this is freaking cute. I didn't know I was gonna love this one that much. Let me see, this one, what is that one? Oh, Yes. And what is this one? See, that one's really not giving me, it's not giving it to me. Let's go ahead and with the gold one. Let's go gold. I really want to use my finger first to place Huda, girl. Y'all, I don't know what Huda would be doing with these things, because baby, this is just witchcraft, sis. These eyeshadows just be so smooth and so like metallic, and the blendability is amazing. I've always loved her eyeshadows. I actually have all of her shadows, like the big pan shadows in my favorites palettes drawer. Not only because they're pink, but also because of the reason that they are just super pigmented, super metallic, and they just show up so freaking beautifully. Like, it is unfreaking matched. So as you can see, I'm using the brush to apply this one, but it's not really going on as much as when I use my finger. So look at the difference there, you know? It's really good to use that flat brush just to like blend it up and out. And then I'm also gonna use the same method as before to blend it out on the edges. So last thing, I'm feeling like this looks a little incomplete. I do want to go ahead and take that orange shade that's up here, and I'm gonna start to blend this above those metallic shades, just to kind of give us a base underneath, because I feel like it was just a little too bare there. See the difference between this one and this one, and why we added that shade like right there, you know? Just kind of filled it. Yes, sir, I'll wait for you. It just kind of filled in that extra skin space that just looked very awkward there. On our bottom lash line, I want to start off with the deeper color that we used in the crease, just right there on the edge. And then I do want to go into a metallic at the bottom. I say we go in the same order. So this one here, right next to that shade, and then next to that, the gold. So I went ahead and popped on some lashes. I'm going to do my bottom mascara. And this is my Lassational from Maybelline. I'm gonna add a little bit of an inner corner highlight from our Beauty Bakery little palette. And those are our eyes with our caramel brown obsessions. So for this look, I wanted to go in with a deeper lip. So I am using my Maybelline Super Stay Matte Ink, and this is in Mocha Inventor. And this is our finished look with this palette. All right, so the face is nice and fresh. We redid it. Well, not the whole face, but the eyes. Now we're gonna dip into our chocolate brown obsessions, and these are our swatches, y'all. This is what the palette is looking like. It's beautiful, muted brown, goldy champagne shades. So I think what I wanna do is like a little bit of a, not really a halo eye, but let's just do it. So the first shade I'm dipping into, I think I just want to do the darker shade here. Do I want to do that? Yeah, let's go ahead and do the darker shade. I'm gonna use this as a halo, not really a halo, but kind of going right directly over our lid and keeping it a little bit lighter towards the top. When you're doing something like this, you always want to make sure that your brush is not too, you know, thick or full, because it's a very easy way to get your color all over the place and in areas where you don't want it. So super duper blown out here is not my goal. Amira, you got 3 minutes. I want to dip into this shade right here and just use this to blend this out, but I'm using a smaller brush that I'm also going to tap off, and I'm going to literally go in circular motions right around this shade, not pushing outwards, just to kind of make a nice little ombre into the skin. And I'm doing this all the way around. So for the middle of this, I think I really want to go into maybe this color. Let's see how this one looks in the middle. Yeah, I like that. I might add a little bit more of a highlight right in the middle, but with my finger, I'm just moving this around, and we may add a bit of a border around this as well so that we can blend it out. So same technique from the first one, taking a smaller blending brush to go around that shade to make sure it is nicely blended all the way around. We don't want any lines of demarcation. Y'all know we don't rock with that on this channel, so we take our time to make sure that we can fix that. And around the shade, I'm taking the same blending brush, and I'm gonna go into this color right here and just kind of frame the lighter color with that. just to give more of a shimmer transition to the darker shade and kind of just add a little bit more dimension to the look. On the bottom lash line, we're going all the way across very thinly with the deeper shade. And part of me wants to see if this will kind of like give us even more of a highlight in the middle. Oh, it does. So with my finger, I'm dipping this literally right there in the middle. And do you see what that just did to this versus not over here? It just gave us like a spotlight right in the middle, which is freaking gorgeous. You know what I'm saying, y'all? You see it? You see it, y'all? Do you see it? And y'all, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna pop the lashes, which we're using the same lashes. These are the Lily Lashes Miami Light. We're using this on every look, and this is that look with the palette. For lips, I'm gonna go into my Morphe Bar Liner and my Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb Cream, which is in Fenty Glow. And that is our finished look with the Chocolate Brown Obsession palette. All right, y'all, so here we are again, last time doing the face over. So my face is starting to feel the burn of me continuously wiping this off and redoing it, but it's okay. We're gonna last one, we gonna make it. So this one is going to be our Toffee Brown Obsessions, and here are our swatches. Lots of yellow, yellowy golds, a little bit of brown in there, you know, girl. That's what we're working with this time. So this is the one that I really wanted to be a little, I want to say slight bit more creative, but I also don't want it to be super creative. I don't know. I just feel like there's so many things that we can do with this palette. Y'all don't know what's going on with my cheek right now. It's just a little mad at me for everything I've been doing. So ignore this situation right here. I don't know. I think my foundation is breaking up right there. I told y'all that my skin is feeling the heat, so don't judge me. This is just for demonstration purposes only, not because we're about to go somewhere. So what I think I want to do is a matte eye with a lighter lid with a metallic liner. That is, I think that's where I want to go. So I'm gonna go into a dense blending brush. Oh, this is bothering me. Y'all see how it's shiny just right here, even though I've been powdering it down? It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. As long as y'all know what's happening here, it's okay. I'm not embarrassed. I'm gonna go into this shade right here, and I'm going to start to stamp that like so. I really want, like I said, the lid to be matte, and I actually want it to be like a matte ombre. So I just want to hover this over just a little bit, about 50%. And you know what? I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna set my eyelid a little bit, because things just work better when you set the eyelid when you're going into all matte. So don't feel like it's too late. So I'm just gonna preferably do this before you start adding color, but yeah, I know it's all gonna be matte, so I just went ahead and add that. I'm gonna fix the edges of these in a minute. The first thing I wanna do though is to go ahead and start on my lid. So I'm gonna go in with yellow. Y'all know the kick I've been on. So that's the first one I'm gonna go into right here in the middle and just stamp that onto the lid. Can we talk about the pigment and the fact that we can see the pigment and my eyes are not like super duper white primed, you know? That is when you know you got a good pigmentation in an eyeshadow, when it shows up on the brown. Y'all, I'm really sorry about what my face is doing right now. Just please ignore it, I beg of you. And we are gonna ombre this lid. I'm gonna go into the lighter matte shade that's in this palette and grab another brush. And I'm gonna put that on the inner part of the lid. We got some fallout, which is okay. Which just tells us that the pigment is there. And then I'm just gonna go through and make sure everything is nice and blended and looking the way that I envisioned it. Also going back and blending out that brown too. This is giving me Bumblebee vibes. I like it though. And I did use this shade right here to blend out the darker shade. Not so much so we can see it, more so that we just get a blend into the skin. I'm going in with the deeper shade at the bottom, just across the bottom. Give us our continuity that y'all know I'm always here for. I'm kind of happy y'all see what happens when you start to pile makeup on top of each other. Girl, it is not cute, okay? It's not cute. I'm gonna stop focusing on it though, even though it's bothering me. And I don't like that you guys can see it, but it's fine, it's okay. Fine, we're gonna move on. We're gonna be okay. Like I said, I am gonna go ahead in and do a liner. But what I'm gonna do is take my P. Louise base, which is, you know, a pretty light base. This one is in the shade Rumor 1. And I'm gonna take a very thin brush and use that to create a liner. And I want it to wing out. So I'm also just making sure I don't have too much product on there because I want to just be able to move it around and blend it out and not have to set it, you know. I don't want it to be super duper wet. This is our creative look today, y'all. This is our creative look. I'm also making sure that I'm keeping this on the edge and not taking it all the way across the lid because that's just gonna be overkill. So even though this is our more dramatic look, we still can keep it somewhat, you know, wearable in that way. So I am actually gonna use that same brush to apply the color that I'm gonna put on there, which we can look at the options here. We got that one, we got this one, ooh, and we got that one. Which one y'all think? And we use all the powder too. Definitely not this one, either this one or this one. This one's too close to yellow, so I'm gonna go with that middle one. So I'm just gonna dip into it and just start to press it on top of the primer. I'm actually gonna take some concealer here in a minute to clean this up on the edges. Okay, I'm gonna take my concealer. I'm actually just gonna put it on my hand and use my brush that I always use for my concealer. Dip into it and really sculpt this out. I feel like this is really about to pop when we throw these lashes on here, so let's go ahead and add the lashes. I am hitting my bottom lash line with a mascara. And there I go, messing up my nose. Girl, my face is like, girl, I done had enough of you today. I done had enough of you today. It's okay, sis. We almost done. We almost done. And y'all, I am definitely kneeling right now. And let's just say that she's in pain, but it's fine. It is okay. Okay, y'all, so with this, I kind of just want to add either a brown lipstick or I want to add just a gloss. Ooh, y'all, my knees are on. So I'm gonna go ahead with a liner and put on this lipstick. The liner is Bar from Morphe. And the lip we're using is KKW, and this is Nude 2.5, which gives us a, oh, yes. Besides this situation, girl, this cute. All right, so this is our look with the Toffee Brown Obsessions palette. All right, love, so that wraps it up for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed all 3 looks. In the comment section, please let me know which look was your absolute fave from today. And if you've gotten these palettes, if you plan on getting these palettes, and which one is your favorite. If you have not yet, please make sure you give me a big thumbs up. Also hit subscribe below if you have not yet as well. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.